Welcome back, it's April Fool's Day, and despite predicting my demise during March, we've been on a bit of a run. We're currently sitting 6th with a game in hand against Manchester United. Victory today against Newcastle, who've fallen off a little bit after winning the Carabao Cup, will put us into 5th, 2 points clear of United with 7 games to go. But we need to get there first. We need to get through this Newcastle game. But since the last episode, we drew with Arsenal 2-2, came back from 2-0 down, and then we've won every game since. So smashed Palace 4-2, knocked Burnley out of the Cup, then we beat Luton, Villa, Arsenal in the FA Cup quarter-final 5-1 in a fantastic game. And then in the last game against Everton, Armando Broja got a hat-trick and we won 4-1, which puts us in a fantastic position into today's game. We are currently suffering from a slight injury crisis. So Wesley Fofana was on his way back from his damaged cruciate ligaments. He was playing a couple of halves for the Chelsea under-21s, and then he's torn his knee ligaments, so he's out for the rest of the season. This guy cannot catch a break. He's going to have 9 months out with damaged cruciate ligaments and then another 2 with torn knee ligaments. He will have no leg left by the end of the season, which is unfortunate because he's probably one of our best defenders. But we will see when we get him back whether he actually is. Right, we've made a few moves in the transfer market. We've signed Karim Konate from Salzburg for somewhere between 30 and 50 million, depending on how you cut it. It's structured. There's instalments. I think we've done like 12 up front. We've used the rest of our transfer budget up front. It will get to 37 at least. I can't show you the details of the transfer, unfortunately. But he looks like a very handy 20-year-old striker from the Ivory Coast, the Côte d'Ivoire, who's currently plying his trade in Austria. He looks like he might be quite good. We'll see how good he is when he gets here in the summer, if we are still here, because this is what we've got to do. We've got to beat Newcastle today and basically put one foot into Europe. We've got Sanchez in goal, Badiashile, Chalobah and James in defence, Caicedo, Gallagher, Fernandes and Nkunku midfield, Mudryk, Jackson and Broja the forward line. He, as we mentioned him, has scored 6 in the last 4 games, I believe. We'll have a look at his form, yeah. A hat-trick against Everton and a goal against Arsenal in the Cup, Villa and Luton. So 4 games, 6 goals. He is in the form of his young life. And that's probably going to end today because we've hyped him up. We shall see. Enzo is offended by some sort of team selection because he always is whenever he doesn't start. Very nice of him. No ego whatsoever. But he's on the bench. No, he's not even on the bench. Is he injured? Or is he starting? I'm confused. No, he is starting. So why is he unhappy? Hang on. Why are you unhappy about the selection? You egotistic. Anyway, he's playing. He's right there. I can see him on my screen. We're at home, so we are pretty decent at home generally. Away form, a little bit shaky. But we have kicked off at Stamford Bridge. We are now ahead of Manchester United because a draw will put us ahead with goal difference. We still have to play United at some point in the season. We do have to play Bournemouth as well, and Liverpool, and Man City. We've got quite a tough running, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So victory today against Newcastle. Now they've secured their European place by winning the Carabao Cup. We've encouraged, 16 minutes gone. Hopefully that means they're not got anything to play for because they're a bit of an outside shot at getting into Europe anyway through the league. So maybe, just maybe, they're a bit of a pushover today and we can secure 3 points because otherwise we aren't going to probably win many other games. What has gone on there? He's just walked it into the post. How? Was that Trippier? He literally just ran into the post. Or was it? No, it wasn't Trippier. It was on the left-hand side. Maybe it was Target or Bart. I don't know. But basically, that was a bit of an error. They should have scored there. Half an hour gone. We've done nothing. Newcastle ran it into our post. And that's basically it for the first half. We're still on Cautious. Cautious has been working out quite well, honestly. Sitting back a little bit, letting the game unfold, and going on the offensive and getting good chances. It's working out quite well with our 3-3-3-3-3-3-3-3-3-1 formation. And it's obviously providing plenty of goals for Broja up top as the striker. I'm talking now, we've got to half-time with one highlight, which saw Newcastle walk the ball into our post. 3 shots on target, 6 in total for us. None of them on camera. None of them in the highlights. They couldn't have been that good. Second half is underway. Hopefully we get a goal and we can push ourselves a couple of points clear of Manchester United, because if we don't, we're probably not going to get European football. We might end up in the Conference League, but that's not one of our targets. The Europa League is the target, and I'm not sure that Todd will be happy if we don't secure it. Caicedo's broken through, actually. Caicedo shoots from the... Oh, that's a lovely finish. He broke through the defence, cut inside, whipped it round with his right foot, back of the net, 1-0, 50 minutes gone, 5 minutes in the second half. We're ahead. That's a good omen. Great movement, great finish. 1-0 up. That puts us 2 points clear of Manchester United in 5th. And as we said, we've got Bournemouth, Manchester United, Liverpool, Man City. They're 4 of our last 7 games. We've probably got some other big games in there as well that we will no doubt lose. So this one could be the last chance. It's at home, so it could be the last chance to get some good points on the board. Our away form, as we mentioned, has been better recently, but throughout the season has not been as strong as our home form. 65 minutes gone, and Cuckoo's not having a good game. He might be one to come off. Mudryk, however, is tired, so Noni is going to come on to replace him. He's having a good game, but he's a little bit worse for wear in the legs department, so not as bad as Fafana, actually, speaking of legs. But we'll just see if that is a good decision or not. The Newcastle side aren't playing particularly well. None of them look particularly happy either. 70 minutes gone. We probably need to make a few more changes in a second. In fact, let's do that as they build a little bit more momentum. 72 minutes on the clock. Let's have a look at who we can bring off. And Cuckoo, as mentioned, hasn't turned things around in the last 5 minutes. Leo Castledine, you can come on. Youngster. 1-star attacking midfielder. Oh, okay. Enzo, for moaning pre-match, you can come off. We're going to bring Reece James into midfield and get you off for Chilwell, who's now got 2.5 stars as a central defender. I told you, he's training. He's not quite got the positional ability there, but we're training up for whoever comes and decks him in the summer because he's not going to hang around, is he? He already wants to leave. We won't get the 100 million that we want for him. We're probably going to have to settle for 60 or 30 or even 10. We shall see as we get to the summer. We're going to waste a bit of time. 10 minutes to go, thankfully. If I was wasting time with 20 minutes to go, that wouldn't be particularly clever. You might be able to spot in the Newcastle defence, Geertrudia is a Dutch guy who I was looking at for January, but Newcastle signed him right at the beginning of the window, I believe, so we didn't have a chance. And we had no money anyway. But we've signed Todibo instead, who isn't playing today. McNeely can come on, potentially, for Broha. Oh, he's not very good, is he? He's a youngster. We've ran out of players on the bench. Vardy's injured again, as you'd expect. He's old. He's probably going to retire in the summer after spending $1.5 million on him. He's got 2 goals, I think. He's probably going to retire. He's not going to score today because he's not playing. We're going to go very defensive. We're already wasting all of the time. Will we regret this? Hopefully not. 2 minutes to go. Can we hang on? Newcastle have been in the ascendancy a little bit in the second half after our goal. But so far, so good. This is a good start to today's episode. We've got Fulham next, I believe, who you can't see in the top 14. So hopefully that bodes well for that one. Full time, 1-0 victory, an assured performance, never in doubt. Well confident of that performance. It was always going to happen. Newcastle, despite being the better side out of the 2 we're facing today, was probably the easier victory because, as we've said, the aforementioned home performances are better. We're ahead of Manchester United by 2 points. We've got Fulham next, who are pretty much in no man's land. They're not going to be relegated, and they're 15th. We'll be back in a second. That's the second. Fulham, away from home, the early kickoff, 15th against 5th. Victory today will put us even further clear of Manchester United, unless they beat Brighton, obviously. But they kick off later, so we will be 5 points clear by the time they kick off. Spurs, Villa is the Sunday game. That's a key one to look out for as well. That gap to Villa is 10 points. Can we feasibly get there? Potentially, potentially not. We shall see. Depends on this result, really, today. There's Vardy, back from injury once again. We'll pop him on the bench for some random player who I've never heard of. George. First name, last name, not sure. McNeely can stay on the bench, I guess. Todibo's coming on for Disassi, who's not fit. So Todibo, who is fit, can play. Well, off the bench. Palmer's still injured. This is the lineup again, I goes. We're going to go cautious. Sanchez, Badiashile, Trevor, James, Caicedo, Gallagher, Fernandez and Cuckoo, Mudryk, Madueke and Broha, who after scoring 6 goals in 4 games, didn't score in the last one. Probably won't score in this one either because I've hyped him up too much, and I'm hyping him up again right now in the effort that I'll double bluff myself and cancel out any previous curse by cursing him again. We shall see. Away at Fulham, Craven Cottage. See if Tony Khan's there. Is he all elite? We're not all elite. We're all average so far today. Well, we've won today, actually. So far in the season. 6th place would be probably the best. 5th and... Oh, no, we're aiming for 4th. Okay, we're going to aim for 4th. We'll aim for 4th. We can still see Aston Villa. We are just 3 victories behind them. Fate, yes, we're not going to get there, are we? Right, 10 minutes gone. Fulham are not doing anything. We are not doing anything either. It's going to be one of those games. Is it 2 shots on target after 15 minutes? We've got a first highlight of the day. Right, what's going to happen here? It's a Fulham free kick. Back post. Yuri Alberto header is pushed on... No, he was offside. I thought he was pushed onto the bar and then headed over, but never mind. It doesn't matter. He was offside. 20 minutes gone. Still nothing happening. I'm expecting great things early doors, clearly, by being disappointed that nothing's happened in the first 20 minutes. A victory will close us the gap towards Aston Villa. We're going to encourage near the half-hour mark. Enzo inside to Nkuku. That's a lovely triangle movement. Madueke just lacked until the end. It was good and then lacked until the finish and didn't get a ball into the centre of the box. Didn't get a cross in or a shot. He's going to take the corner though. Gets a cross in this time. Badiashile at the back post. It's just he's going to walk it out. Is he going to walk it out? No, it's out for the highlight. It's done. Half an hour gone. Fulham have so far shown us not much. Famous. Like, why have I said that? Why have I said that? That's going to get them to score, isn't it? No. Half time is quickly approaching. So far, we've been the better side, but it's not really much to go on. We've had a couple of chances that have been worth showing. But as far as the early kickoff, if you're watching this on TV, you probably will have gone for a cup of tea by now. It's now half time. You definitely will have gone for a cup of tea if you were watching this live on television because it's half time, and that's what you do at the half time break. We should be winning this one. We're doing well controlling possession. We're looking the better side, but not much is happening in terms of going forward. Do we risk it and go positive? I mean, yes, because you've just seen me do that. That was a rhetorical question. We're going to risk it and go positive. Cautious has been working. It worked in the last game. But we're away. Maybe we need to just push a little bit more to try and force things a little bit. It's a Fulham throw-in. Adama inside, but Caicedo is there to mop that one up. And Sanchez with a lovely... I mean, he's just lofted it forward. Broha can't go on the end of it. But Madueke does, and Broha's come all the way back. He's Harry Kaned himself back into our half to collect the ball. Madueke's cut inside, but he's been sort of sent down a dark alley. James into Gallagher. And then Enzo is off the shoulder of the defender, turns, shoots, gets a good shot away, but Leno tips it wide for a corner. That was a good bit of movement from Enzo on the edge of the area. Ran around the defender off his shoulder, got the shot away. It was saved. James with a corner, back post, Leno collects. So it was a bit of a wasted attempt. It was aiming for Trevor's head at the back post, but Leno with a lovely... Oh, it's gone. The highlight is gone. We were going to see a Fulham counter, but it didn't happen. Nearing the hour mark. Do we do anything yet in terms of substitutions? The bench is looking quite thin, so potentially not. But we might need a bit of inspiration off it to try and get somewhere moving forward. Madueke is having a good game, so is Gallagher. Everyone else a little bit less so. Mudryk is one of them. Jackson can come back on. He's not really featured very much since the African Cup of Nations. I think he's had a bit of an injury and sort of been a bit hit and miss. Maybe we look for more players going forward in the final third. I mean, we've got plenty of options, but are they all sort of about the same quality? Yes. Maybe we need to bring some more in. If we got some money, we shall see what the transfer window in the summer. I'm getting ahead of myself. We might not even still be here if we don't make Europe. Caicedo off for Lavia. Trevor's off for Todibo as well. And we're going to bring Jamie Vardy. Oh, God, he's got half a star now. That's not very good. Reece James off for Chilwell. Vardy's only got half a star as a striker. He's definitely going to retire, isn't he? He's not looking very... He's lost it. He's been injured so much this season, he's lost any ability he had left. He's been doing well in the real world for Leicester, and he started out with a bang. He even got cover star of one episode for us in this series, but that's not going to last, I don't think. I might not be having Jamie Vardy on this side for very much longer. Never mind, he was good while he lasted. Chilwell, ball in. Leno collects the corner once again, and Fulham are holding strong for all of our advances so far. 10 minutes to go, and it's kind of a bit of a poor game, really. We've been the better side, but we've not really had that attacking... That breakthrough coming through in the final third. Ball in is headed clear. Adama, I've gone to attacking. Oh, no. I've gone to attacking, and Yuri Alberto, against the run of play, Fulham have scored. Was he offside? Check the offside, VAR. Again, I've not got replays. It's been awarded anyway, but I've not got replays on. So if you saw him offside in the comments, please shout for me. Yuri Alberto has nabbed what could be the winner. We've already gone to attacking. Last chance saloon. Madueke and Nkuku. Lavia in the centre brings it down. Jackson, and no, Vardy's asleep in the box. It's his nap time. It's too late. I mean, with the early kickoff, and he's gone for his mid-afternoon nap in the box, and that was it. That's a shame. So we beat Newcastle, good side, into Europe next season. Won the Carabao Cup, and lost to Fulham, less good side. Currently sitting 15th. Let that sink in. That's the game of two halves for you. What are we going to do about this going forward? Don't know. We've got some tough games coming up as well. I think we've got Manchester United and then Liverpool, and then Man United again in the Cup. straight after. Or, well, I'm not sure if the cup game is... No, I think the league game's first and then the cup game's afterwards. I want to skip forward and see what happens to the league position, because that's not going to be great for us. Manchester United are probably going to win their game for the rest of the day to go ahead of us. And that'll put us down in 6th, facing 5th in a very tight clash. And then we've got Liverpool at home, who are 2nd, who may still have a chance at the title, may not still have a chance at the title by the time we get there in a week's time. I think I might come back straight away for the next 2 games and go back-to-back, because they're going to be key games, and if we don't get anything from either of them, then the rest of the season is a bit of a write-off. So we shall see. Fulham have put a bit of a spanner in the works today. Fulham was a game we should have won. It was away from home and I was already doubting my chances before we went into it, but realistically it was a game we should have won. This fixture, by the way, is taking a long time to play through, so I'm filling a little bit. Yeah, so out of the 2 games, Fulham should have been easier, but Newcastle was. Right, we're down to 6th. Manchester United come to beat Brighton 3-1. We're facing them next, and I'm going to stay on and do that. We're going to do that in the next episode, but I'm going to stay here and just play straight through. We've got Manchester United, Liverpool, and then rest of the league games are Forest, West Ham, Bournemouth, and Man City. So if we're still in a hunt, Bournemouth could be a key game as well, and then Man City will probably beat us on the last day and ruin everything. Right, thanks a lot for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in a second, or in a day, potentially, for Manchester United and Liverpool.